What's going on, everybody? It's Temptation, and welcome back. We've got some Battlefield 3 going on in the background. Conquest on Armored Shield. Now, this is one of the new Armored Kill maps, as you can tell. A very big map, although not the biggest one in the expansion. But I played a few rounds with Armored Kill yesterday. I got the chance to do that because I am a premium player. And so I got it a week early, but still a week later than PlayStation 3, which kind of sucks. But here it is, my first good gameplay on Armored Kill. Now, to me, it seems like I'm playing pretty good for my first couple rounds on this. First round on this map, actually, so I'm still getting used to where all the points and stuff are. But I think EA kind of listened to the consumer on this one, on this expansion pack. Whereas, you know, a lot of the Battlefield 3 maps, their points are very close. They're pretty much the same points on console and on 64-player multiplayer servers. And so I like what they did here. Because it is a bigger map, you would think the playing area would be bigger as well. Well, now, on most of the maps in Battlefield 3, the playing area is really quite small because the points are pretty close to each other. There's a few maps that have spread out points, but most of them are located in a central area, that is. Now on these Armored Kill maps, I've fast forwarded through a lot of this because a lot of it just involves a lot of travel time. I think this was 20 or 25 minutes of footage that I've condensed down to about 8.5 minutes of footage. So it is a lot of traveling time. And so be prepared for that. You're going to want a vehicle wherever you go. You're not going to try to run everywhere, because if you do, you're probably going to hate yourself, and you're going to think that running before was hard, whereas now it is probably about 5 or 10 times worse considering the points are so far apart. But I do like that they take into consideration, people were saying that they wanted points that were further apart so there'd be a bigger playing area. And I think they've delivered on that with all these new maps. Now, I haven't gotten a chance to play all of them just yet, but for the ones that I have played, they seem very well designed. They've got lots of vehicles, which is good, lots of new vehicles, and lots of different methods that you can go about playing the maps. Now, of course, Engineer is the dominating class for now, because it is Armored Kill. And kill armor. To kill armor, you have to be an engineer, pretty much. You either have to be an engineer and carry around your RPG or javelin or whichever tool you choose, or you're going to have to be in a tank, driving a tank to take out that armor. And since there's so many vehicles in these maps, it's almost near impossible to take out a tank with C4 or anything. The sheer size of these, there's lots of open areas, and so if you try to take out a tank with C4, you're probably not going to get very far along before you get picked off by somebody else, like a sniper or whatnot. The few times I've been out of a vehicle on this map have ended pretty much in catastrophe for me. I usually get stuck in kind of open areas and not really good places to be, I guess. But if you are going to stay as infantry only, you're going to want to get to your point quickly in an armored vehicle or a Jeep as fast as you can, avoiding most of the major roads. And you're also going to want to stay near one of the points that has many buildings. Because with all those buildings, you're going to get a little more cover. Still not too much, though, because tanks can just come in there and just tear things apart. So you got to be really careful. Like I said, check out this roadkill right here. This is just awesome. And boom, landed right on top of him. Awesome. Unlocked a coaxial light machine gun there. But these tanks are really fast. They're really agile. And one thing that they're probably going to fix on these tanks in the next patch, I'm assuming, these are the tank destroyers. These are somewhat difficult to turn. And what I mean by that is you'll like start going and you'll start turning, and it turns so fast that you start countering the turning, and then you just end up just having to stop and restart because it just it's really a difficult balance, I think, between the turning and the speed of the vehicle. So they might want to change it to where you slow down a little bit when you turn. I don't know what they're going to do about it, but they need to do something because it is a little unbalanced with that turning speed and all that stuff. But it is a very fast vehicle, and they are very, very useful on the battlefield. They do a little bit more damage than regular tanks do, but not too much more. But they are helpful, like I said before. But yeah, so these maps are ginormous, like I've said, and they've implemented a lot of ideas from previous battlefields into these maps, which I was looking for, but they've also added a lot of new things as well. This map pack is about 2.5 gigabytes. Whereas Close Quarters, where I think Close Quarters was like 1.3 gigabytes, which is, I mean, nothing compared to this. These maps are probably 10 to 20 times bigger than the Close Quarters maps, and they've also got a lot of new elements. You can see the windmills in the background. You can't get on the windmills anymore. So like in Bad Company 2, there's a map called Heavy Metal, where you could actually fly up on a helicopter, get on the windmills, and snipe people. That was one of the great annoyances on Bad Company 2, but also one of the things that was really fun. But they've kind of removed that out of here, and so now it's out of bounds. You can't fly up there, but they are nice scenery, I will say that, and they look really cool. They're very well designed. We've got power poles, power lines, a bunch of new design elements that you can really tell they actually made new models, including the vehicles. We've got snow in some of the maps, which I'll show you in a future video. There's a snow map that is a mountainous map, which is really fun. It's just, I don't know, it's got a nice combination of different maps and feels to the game that keeps it more interesting, and kind of wants me to come back and keep playing it, even though it takes forever and you have to run a lot. But overall, I think EA did a great job on this expansion pack. They've kind of added implemented elements, I should say, from Battlefield 2, Bad Company 2, all the previous expansion packs, and above that, they've kind of catered to what Battlefield players really want in Battlefield, and that is big maps, lots of tanks, and fun. And I think they delivered on this Battlefield experience with this expansion pack. They've got added a lot of new things, a lot of original things that people are going to be like, hey, that looks familiar, that's cool. There are a few glitches and a few things that they need to work out, but I think overall it's a great pack. You know, in this clip, I don't know where it is, but I start to run across this field where a helicopter's crashed. And, you know, usually you can run through the wreckage pretty easily, but it seems like, I'm just going to knife this guy right here. Boom. In the throat. Okay, right here, you'll see there's a little piece of metal on the ground, maybe. Is that not where I go? There's a little piece of metal on the ground when I'm running across this field eventually. And I get stuck on it almost. I can still run, but I'm running really slowly, and so that allows me to get picked off by a sniper. And it must not be over here, but it must be over this way. I see another, yep, here it is. Okay, check this out. See this little metal piece on the ground? And look, I'm just slowed down. It's almost like I'm lagging. I'm still pushing it. But it slowed me down a lot. I don't know if that's something they added in the patch or if that's a glitch. But that's it for this gameplay. See, I finished second on my team with not very many kills. It wasn't the best round for me, but then again, I'm still getting used to everything. But these vehicles are awesome. Maps are awesome. I still haven't gotten the chance to play one of the maps, but I played 3 of them, and they're pretty good. So if you don't have premium, I would suggest buying the expansion pack that comes out next Tuesday, I think, for you guys. If you do have premium, jump on Battlelog and get in the game. If you'd like to add me on Battlelog, my username is temptation_01. And you can also join the Battlelog platoon for my YouTube page. Thanks once again, guys, for watching. This is Temptation. I hope you enjoyed this like general overview of Armored Kill for the PC and for any device if you would like it to be. It kind of just states all that crap and stuff. So once again, guys, I hope you enjoyed it. Please do leave a like down below and a comment stating what's your favorite part of Armored Kill. So see you guys.